Testing. Ooh. Good morning. We got it working today. Thank you, Mary Lou. That was beautiful. Very nice. Thank you. Now I think I'll start out with my turkey joke. Do you know why the turkey crossed the road? Because she wanted everyone to think she was a chicken. Do we have any first-timers here today? All family, okay. Nancy Nicolak is going to read the daily word for us.
My life unfolds in divine order. Examples of order and progression are all around me. The seasons, the tides, all the cycles of growth that are happening in perfect sequence. Trying to rush the process or to skip a step would create a disruption in this progression in nature. Like the tides and the seasons, divine order guides my life's unfoldment. I take my cue from the natural world and don't try to rush my growth or take shortcuts to reach my goals. Instead, I awaken to divine order, realizing it helps keep my life in balance. With gratitude, I affirm divine order as I bless my mind, my physical body, for serving me so well. Acting on the guidance I receive from the divine mind, I affirm divine order in all I accomplish. The earth produces of itself, first the stalk, then the head, and then the full grain in the head. That's Mark chapter 4, verse 28.
Thank you, Nancy. Let us pray. Let us turn within, where the power of God's love lives deep within our heart. Let us take a deep breath. Centered in divine love, the love that casts out fear, eases tension, and brings peace. With every heartbeat, divine life pulses, bringing relief and release to every part of our body. With every breath, wholeness radiates within, and each cell vibrates with the fullness of life. We rest with ease in our true state of wholeness, peace, and well-being. Let us take another breath and silently pray for our friends and family who could not be with us this morning, holding them in our higher consciousness and sending them love and blessings. And all God's children say, Amen. Our hymn for this morning is on page 241, The Greatest Thing.
Amen.
God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect light, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect light, perfect love, and perfect substance. And on the back cover, our statement of purpose. The purpose of Unity East Church is to teach the universal principles of truth as taught and demonstrated by Jesus Christ and interpreted by Unity. Our mission is to rediscover the guiding spirit of God's presence within us and willingly demonstrate His creative purpose in our lives. Our announcements for today. For the next 6 weeks, it's going to be a little busy at Unity East Church. Going to be doing a lot of eating. Okay, the Reiki class that was scheduled for Monday, November 18th has to be canceled because Marion has a little health challenge that she's going through. She said, call it postponed, not canceled. So she will call everyone that has signed up and we'll reschedule that. The Thanksgiving potluck is next Sunday. The sign-up sheet is in the fellowship. We already have a lot of people that have signed up. If you would like to bring a dish, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, just come and enjoy. Christmas decorating is the Sunday after that, and that is going to have, we're going to have soup and sandwiches, and that will be provided. And that will be after the service, and then we're going to decorate. Please join us. I call it the church decorating party. Everybody likes to come to a party, right? Okay, our annual Advent service is going to be Friday, December 13th, and we're going to have a potluck dinner at 6 p.m., and then the service will be at 7. The sign-up sheet is in the fellowship hall, and bring a dish to pass. Okay, our Christmas Eve service, Cindy Yamamoto is going to be officiating in that, and that will be on Christmas Eve, and the music concert will start at 4:30, and then the service at 5 o'clock. We're also doing this Global Mandela project. Betty, would you like to talk about that, or just...
When you're ready for me.
Okay, I'm ready for you.
Ready?
I'm ready. Oh wait, I have one more little the Lending Library is having a meeting today after the coffee hour at 11:20. But we need to put some things in books because we have a donation of 30 more books they've given to Ridley. So if the Lending Library team could meet at 11:20 today, that would be wonderful. Okay.
Good morning. Today, I would like to recognize Carolyn Wilson Lamb for her dedication at the bookstore. As of a couple weeks ago, she has resigned, but we're looking forward to having somebody new take over. And then, Carolyn, would you like to step up? Please show your gratitude to Carolyn from the I want to talk about the Global Mandela. I kind of mentioned it a couple times with the stewardship meeting and that. If you'd like to participate, you can do one of two things. I put some crayons, pencils, etc., markers on the table. You can either decorate them here or you can take them home, but please bring it back because this is from an art project from Unity of North Atlanta. and there's a little flyer that is going to come with it. This is the disc, and what you do is you draw, write whatever you want to put on there about your hope for humanity in the future, and then we're going to take your picture with it and send these along with a picture file. You don't want your picture taken, that's okay. We're going to send them back to Unity in North Atlanta, and they're going to group them together. One, there's going to be we're the only one in Michigan participating, so please help with that. And it's beautiful. If you look on her Facebook page, they're grouped together and they lay it out on their sanctuary floor, and it's going to be traveling around the world. There's also going to be people participating from 7 different continents and countries all over the place, so it's an honor to be part of this. And I will have those at the end of the service, so either take them home or feel free to decorate today while you're sitting having coffee. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, we have, am I on? Just come up there. We have Marina Hoopmacher on the keyboard. We give her a special thank you today because she's not exactly 100%. Everybody is either coming down with it or almost getting over it. I know we're not supposed to say that, but I think I have another announcement. Marion?
Just clarification. This Marion is the kitchen maid Marion. The Marion doing Reiki is another Marion.
Yes.
I don't do Reiki in the kitchen.
You don't do Reiki over the food before we have
I could. You should.
And we have the one and only Bobby George as our vocalist today. And Anita Koch will be blessing us with her lesson. The lesson today is the power of love. So Roseanne is going to be singing the Lord's Prayer, and then Anita will be following with the meditation.
But deliver us from flat on the floor and your hands relaxed in your lap, open to the love and abundance of the universe. Become aware of your breath, breathing deeply and slowly. Focus on your breath as it flows into and out from your body easily and effortlessly. You may want to envision yourself in a beautiful garden. A nearby stream makes soft sounds as it flows over rocks and fallen branches. You feel a gentle breeze against your skin and inhale the scent of trees and flowers that surround you. As you sit quietly, you feel the complete perfection of life with each breath. As you inhale, you are receiving life, and as you exhale, you give life to the plants that survive because of your exhalations. Open yourself to the power and presence that is the divine essence, the life force that lives and moves in you and through all things. As you relax in a sacred place, you see a soft light in front of you. Continue to breathe slowly and easily, and notice the light becomes greater. It surrounds you. You feel an energy, a loving presence emanating from the light. It flows into, through, and around your entire being. You feel that divine essence with every breath you take, and the gentle, calming warmth of that loving presence fills you, and you know you are completely safe and protected. As your feet rest lightly on the earth, you feel your connection to all of life. It surrounds you. You breathe in life. You breathe out life. You are life, and life is what you are. It is the essence of you and the essence of all things. There is life in the air, in the trees, flowers, and water. Even the seemingly inanimate objects are teeming with life. As you feel this energy filling every cell of your body, you know you are always connected to this life energy, and it flows through you. You know that life is love. You know that God is love. Life is everywhere, in everything and everyone. Love is everywhere, in everything and everyone. We are overwhelmed with gratitude for being together in this beautiful church today. And we allow love to guide our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And as a result, we continue to grow and become happier, more peaceful, and more loving people. And together we all say, Amen.
There's something happening here. What it is exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. It's time to stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds. There's so much resistance from behind. Every time we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. What's this ain't no rate for outside? I think it's time we stop. Hearing what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man comes, then rips you away. I think it's time to stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
So fortunate to have so many talented people. It was a number of years ago when a professor at Morgan State University assigned a project to his sociology class. The students were asked to go into the slums of Baltimore, interview schoolboys, and then write a paper assessing each young man's future. 200 young men were questioned, and the conclusion reached by every single one of the students regarding these young men was this: he doesn't stand a chance. It was 25 years later when another sociology professor came across the study. So he decided he'd follow up and see what happened. So he sent his students out, and they learned something astonishing. Of the 180 men that they found, 176 of them had reached unexpected levels of success. They were doctors, they were lawyers, they were businessmen and very successful. Now this got the professor extremely curious, so he decided to go out and talk to them himself. So he did. And the answer he got from each one was almost exactly the same. They'd smile and kind of look up wistfully and say, there was this teacher. So this got the sociology professor even more curious. So he did some more research, and he found out that this teacher, although she was quite elderly, she was still around and kicking. visited her. And she was still very sharp. And so he asked her, he said, what did you do? Did you have some sort of magic formula? What did you do to change the lives of these young men so dramatically? She just smiled. A little tear ran down her cheek, and she said it was really very simple. I loved those boys. I loved those boys. You see, there's power in love. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 16 says, let all that you do be done in love. Why? Because there is power in love. Songs, poems, stories all speak of love's power. Love has the power to change a life. The love that teacher had for those boys made all the difference. It didn't matter what their home life was like. It didn't matter that they lived in an area where other boys were being shot, being killed, going into gangs. None of that mattered to those boys she loved. Those boys had the one thing that set them apart from everyone else. They had the greatest power in the universe on their side. Those boys had love. Now, love can take many forms. There's romantic love, there's family love. You love your friends, you love your country. The list can go on. The Greeks, the ancient Greeks, say that there were 8 types of love. And they're in no particular order, but one of the ones that I think is the most important is self-love. And this is the love that we have for ourselves. This is what we say when we talk to ourselves, what we tell ourselves about ourselves. And the reason I think this is so important is because we can only give what we have. So it is the love that we have for ourselves that we are able to give to others. And then there's playful love, which is the kind of love that we have when we start to fall in love with somebody, when we get those butterflies, when we see him walk into the room. And then there's eros, or romantic love. Philia, which is affectionate love. That's the kind of love you feel for your friends. The 6th is obsessive love. Now this one's not so good. This is the love that causes jealousy and anger. Agape is unconditional love. It's a love we don't earn. We don't have to deserve it. It is ours. And unconditional love is given regardless. And then last and certainly not least, the Greeks say is enduring love. And this is love that develops over time. And through the years, if you've been with a partner for years, you know that over time, things change, but that basis, that love, remains. In fact, it grows. So all types of love are powerful, and at some times during life, a certain type of love may be more impactful on our lives than others. But the bottom line is love isn't just a word, and it's not any single action. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. When you're in love, you know it. And when you are loved, you can feel it. It just feels right. And you know why it feels right? Because love is our source. It is who we are. It's the essence of us. It's the essence of all things. It's what we come from. If it wasn't for love, we wouldn't be here. love, love surrounds us. When you hear songs about love is in the air, it's true. Love truly is in the air. Love is the reason we're here. And it tells us in both the Old Testament and the New Testament. Psalms 139:8 says, if I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. Isaiah 54:10, for the mountains may depart, and the hills may be removed, but my steadfast love shall not depart from you. Romans 8:38, nothing can separate us from the love of God. The source of love is divine, and we don't have to do a thing to earn it. It is always there, and it always has been. It will never leave us. The New Testament puts it this way in 1 John 4. Beloved, let us love one another, because love is of God. There truly is power in love. It has the power to heal, even when the medical profession has given up and says nothing can be done. The power of love can perform miracles. Tara suspected something wasn't quite right with little Emily Grace. She was only 3 years old, so Tara took her to doctor after doctor, specialist after specialist, and every one of them said, no, she's fine, she's fine. It's just, she's growing like a little girl should. Well, Tara would go and check on her daughter every night, and one night she went to her daughter's room, and she didn't like the way Emily Grace was breathing. She was afraid she might have pneumonia, so she decided, okay, I'm taking her to the emergency room. So she took her to the emergency room, and first thing the physician said was, well, it's a good thing you followed your motherly instinct, because had you not brought her, she might not have lasted the night. And as it turned out, they did more extensive tests and discovered that she had stage 4 high-risk cancer, a form of cancer. She ended up being hospitalized for 78 consecutive days, and as part of her treatment, they put tubes in her chest, and those tubes got infected. She got even sicker than she was from the cancer. It was basically a hopeless situation. Tara had absolutely no control over any part of this. She couldn't control what was going on, and she couldn't control the outcome. The only thing she had was faith in a higher power and her love for her child. She knew she couldn't handle it on her own, so she prayed like she never had before. And not only did she pray, she went to every person, every organization, everyone she could think of, everywhere she could think of, and asked them to put little Emily Grace on their prayer list. And everyone prayed. Beyond that, the only thing Tara could do is let go and let God. She had to let go of her fear, and she had to put everything in the hands of divine love. Not my will, but thy will be done. So Tara let love take control. 8 years later, Emily Grace has a new nickname. Her mother calls her healthy, thriving 11-year-old kid the Miracle Kid. I call her the little girl that love saved. There's power in love. John 4:46 through 54 tells us a story of almost 2,000 plus years ago. There was a royal officer, and his son was very ill. Well, he heard about this guy named Jesus who was running around performing miracles, turning water into wine. And when he heard that Jesus was coming to his area, he decided he really needed to talk to him. This is a Roman. This is not a follower of Jesus. This is not a believer. This is just a man who's worried about his son. And he went to Jesus and he begged him, please come and save my son. If you don't come, he will surely die. And Jesus listened. And he just looked at the man and said, no, I'm not going to come with you, but your son will live. The man was disappointed that Jesus was not going to come with him, but he felt something. He felt an energy. He felt a peace. And he left Jesus' side and headed back home. And he wasn't even to his home yet when his servants came running. And they said, you're not going to believe this. Your son's fine. He's well. And when this officer asked them when this miracle had taken place, he realized that at the same moment that Jesus said, your son will live, his son had been cured. There's power in love. Love has the power to lift up, to liberate, to heal when nothing else will. Love has the power to make us strong. Lauren Kornacki was only 22 years old when the car that her father was working on had the jack slip out from under it. We're talking a 3,000-pound BMW 525i, 22-year-old girl. What does she do? She doesn't think. She just lets the power of love move through her, and she lifts that car up off her father and saves his life. Lydia Anjayu lives in a small village on the shore of Hudson Bay in northern Quebec. It was a Wednesday evening. She was out taking a walk with her little boys. A bunch of kids were playing street hockey, and then all of a sudden they stopped playing street hockey and started screaming and shouting and pointing. When she turned around, a polar bear was eyeing her 7-year-old son. She didn't think. She just let love take action. She told her kids to run, and she started wrestling with the bear. Another neighbor ran and got a shotgun and then shot off the shotgun and got the bear to be distracted and run away. According to her friends, Miss Anjayu is about 5'0" and weighs about 90 pounds. The bear was almost 7 feet tall and weighed close to 700 pounds. Yet the power of love was able to make the difference. Love has the power to triumph over every adversity. No matter what the circumstances, love can overcome. Let's face it, none of us are going to get through this life without a few challenges along the way. Some are going to be more difficult than others, but what I like to say is it's not what happens that matters. It's how we handle what happens that makes all the difference. When faced with adversity, we have a choice. We can bemoan our bad luck, we can cry and whine. Why do these things always happen to me? Or we can make a different choice. We can look for the good. We can overcome the negative by finding a positive purpose, a positive outcome from what appears to be a negative situation. We can learn to make lemonade out of the lemons. Love has the power to transform any experience. Our spirit speaks the language of love. And unlike any other emotion, love has the ability to completely change the situation and how we see it. The power of love can show us a way when we just can't see a way. There is a love living inside each and every one of us that is limitless and timeless. It will never run out. When you tap into this love, you have access to something that you can depend on. It is always with you, and it is powerful. It is who we are. It is the essence of our being when we realize that we live with this love constantly. It is our constant companion. Not only can our own lives begin to change, but we can touch the lives of the people that we affect, the people that we come in touch with. Walter was only 9 years old when he and his brother started working. His father got them a paper route, and they would get up at 4:30 in the morning and deliver papers until they went to school. And then after school, they would go and get more papers and deliver those until it was time to go home for supper. I mean, this little guy worked so hard that he'd go to school and sometimes he'd fall asleep at his desk. Consequently, his grades were not very good. In fact, he was only in 8th grade when he stopped his formal education. Then World War I started, and he was only 16, but he tried to get into the Army anyway. Well, that didn't work out. But he went to France as a member of the American Ambulance Corps after he lied about his age. Although he had basically no formal training in art, he loved to draw. And his skill, he put it to use when he was over in France, and he started drawing caricatures of the people that he worked with to make a few extra bucks. Then when he got back to the United States, he used those drawings to get work as an apprentice in a commercial art studio. Well, unfortunately, that job didn't work out because he got laid off just a little over a month later. Pardon me. So what did he do? He and another co-worker who got laid off decided, what the heck, let's start our own business. So they did. They were able to set up shop in Walt's father's garage, and Walt was just intrigued with the idea of animation, and so he began to play around with films. And he finally had his first few films done, and he got a local theater to say, okay, I'll show the films. Well, he got so excited about this that he gave them his cost instead of adding something on for profit. So basically, he didn't make a dime on it, but he called his films lactograms, and he managed to produce one a week while he continued to work a day job. And eventually, he did get a little more money for him, and he saved up enough money, he got a camera, he set up a studio, and he started to have some success. But as luck would have it, in 1923, his company, which he had called Lactogram Films, went bankrupt. So now he's 21 years old. He's got 40 bucks in his pocket, and he decides, I'm going to go to Hollywood. Well, I'm going to go to Hollywood. I'm going to be a director. Well, his ambitions, once again, didn't quite pan out. So, not to be deterred, he decided, he and his brother, they worked together in the newspaper delivery business when they were boys. Why not continue the trend here? And they started their own studio. And they had some successes, they had some setbacks, but Walter finally came up with this little, right then and during that time, Felix the cat was like it. Everybody loved Felix the cat. So he thought, gee, if I could come up with somebody that would be as good as, or better than Felix the cat, I'd do all right. So he created this little guy, and he called him Mortimer. And the first two cartoons that they did were kind of received with a bit of a ho-hum, so what? Well, by this time, he'd gotten married, and his wife Lillian said, Mortimer's, it's kind of not the best name in the world. Why don't you call him Mickey? So with his third film, Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse and Disney Brothers were off and running. Walt Disney faced adversity after adversity after adversity from an early age. There were times when he could have said, you know what, this just isn't worth it. I'm just going to go work at a factory and make a living and it'll be fine. But he loved to draw. He loved what he was doing and he loved to make people laugh. And so after he had the success with Mickey, again, he decided to take it a step further and do a feature-length film, not just a little short cartoon. And he was going to base it on this fairy tale of Snow White. Well, the professionals had a different name for his film. They called it Disney's Folly. And they predicted that this was going to be the ruin of Disney Brothers Studio. Well, we know how that worked out. Then he decided to build a children's theme park, the happiest place on earth. No one would give him a dime to support making his dream come true. But Disney did it anyway. Why? Because there's power in love. Don't let the challenges you encounter deter you from pursuing your dreams. Joel Osteen likes to say, a setback is just a setup for a comeback. You probably don't want to quit your job to pursue it, but you can make plans. You can work towards your goals. You can do what you love if you believe and if you find the support you need. Just do it. When we look through the eyes of love, we see things differently. It is the most powerful force in the universe. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We have a wellspring in us, a fountain of love that gives us abilities above and beyond anything we thought possible. Love can cure the uncurable, raise the dead. It can move mountains. It can lift a car or fight a bear. It can mend a broken relationship or a broken heart. Love can take the lives of 179 boys who didn't have a chance and make them successful. Circumstances don't determine your destiny. Love does. I would like to share one last item that love has done. I love coming to this church, and I have grown to love this congregation of people. And with the love and support that I have received. I made application to Unity School of Urban Ministry and have been accepted. And I will start classes in February. So I thank you so much. Your love has made me, will help to make me a Unity minister. Thank you so much.
Yes, I would just like for the congregation here to be aware of the fact that we have probably 3 or 4 different people here that have extended their lives through love and faith in Jesus Christ.
Yes, and we love and appreciate you. And I know prayers work, people. Prayers work. So let's take our gift in our hand. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Your love is an extravagant friendship is intimate. I feel I'm moving with the rhythm of your grace, your fragrance is intoxicating. There's secret ways of your love is extravagant. Spread wide in the arms of Christ is a love that covers sin. No greater love have I ever known. You consider me a friend that captured my heart again. Your love is extravagant. Friendship is intimate. I feel I'm moving with the rhythm of your grace, your fragrance is intoxicating. There's secret ways. Your love is extravagant. Spread wide in the arms of Christ is a love that covers sin. No greater love have I ever known.
God, for your love, for the blessings that you continue to pour on us. We know that you are with us every moment, every second, always and in all ways. We appreciate the tithes and offerings that you bring through everyone who comes to this church and the love that comes through this church. We know that your love is helping everyone in this building to grow, to prosper, to thrive, to heal. Your love is extravagant. Your love is our love and our essence, and we thank